How much money did you make last year?
$400,000. Exactly.
What have been some of the secrets of success that have allowed you to not only do this full time, but to crush it full time?
Dude, I think for me, the biggest one is...
What's one of the best ways that you've learned to acquire clients for your coaching business?
That's a good secret. Damn, this is gonna cost them. If they don't see results every 2 weeks, that means that one of us is not doing our job, right? Because I already knew about mentorship. Because the guy that I was working with, my business partners at that time, he had a mentor, and when he got the mentor, that's when we grew up.
Are you in the gym with these people?
No.
Okay.
So I'm the owner of the company now. Now, instead of being a coach and being a personal trainer, now I'm a business owner. A lot of people just focus on money and like, how can I make more money? And they lack on the delivery. If you really want to charge big bucks and you really want to make the money, care about the person. You're not going to believe me, bro, but probably 3 out of 10 people, when I ask that question, they start crying. So what I'm trying to say is, like, if you really want to make money, if you really want to get rewarded, you got to change people's lives.
What has changed as you've moved up the income scale?
I would pass and I would be like, babe, I was like, one day we're going to live there. One day we're going to live there. And literally last year in June, we signed our lease.
Hell yeah.
In that apartment.
Congrats, man.
One thing that I learned, bro, not too long ago, is having like indefinite purpose, right? And I feel like once you have your indefinite purpose in life, that is really gonna like drive everything around you. Because my purpose is to help those people that want to change as a person. So that is my purpose. And so since that's my purpose, anything I think, anything I speak, or anything I do, it needs to contribute towards that.
I'm super excited to bring to you this next episode of the A-Lister Show with a special guest, Miguel de la Rosa. So Miguel started out his career as a personal trainer, but he's making the transition into a business owner, which is an important distinction that we're going to talk about in today's episode. Now today's episode and this interview is special for a few different reasons. First of all, we're catching Miguel at a super interesting time in his career when he's really about to just get parabolic with his growth. He's really been laying the foundation for the past couple of years, and he's about to hit the NOS button like in Fast and Furious and really take off. Last year, he did $400,000 in revenue. This year, 2024, he's projecting $1 million in revenue. These are numbers that most personal trainers really can't dream about. And he did so by learning the business and getting mentorship and figuring out the recipe. And Miguel has literally cracked the code. And we talk about some of those magic elements that help him take his business from where it was to where it's going to be. The next reason why this interview is super special is because Miguel is the kind of business owner and entrepreneur that we all need to aspire to be. And that means that he doesn't put the money first. The money isn't as important to him as the outcomes of the people around him. He cares more about the client's outcomes. And he understands that if he can impact and uplift his clients and his friends and the people around him, then he can unlock everything that he wants in this life. It was a super interesting episode, and I'm very happy to have had him on this show, and I can't wait for you guys to listen to this podcast, and I hope you get something from it. And I'm looking forward to catching up with Miguel a year from now, 2 years from now, and seeing how his business has grown since then. I hope you enjoy the show. Please take a second to subscribe to this channel. We're going to have so many more amazing guests in the future. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. I really, really appreciate it. Without further ado, Miguel de la Rosa. Welcome to the A-Lister Show. Today we have a special guest. He's had an extreme amount of success. Let's get right into it. His name is Miguel de la Rosa. He's born in Mexico City by way of Arizona. So how you doing today?
I'm good, bro. And thank you for having me here. Like, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, for sure.
How was your trip from Arizona down to San Diego?
Dude, I come really, really often. You know, I got Mike Barron here as my mentor. So Also got a couple like free flights. So
Yeah.
so I make the trips at least like twice a month.
Okay.
So it's just easy for me to just jump on a little plane, 45 minutes from Arizona, and just get here. So it's quick. It's good.
Yeah.
It's
And you
nice.
love San Diego.
Man, I love San Diego. I heard it's the most expensive city to live in, but yeah, man, I love the ocean. I love the people. I love the hills. So like that is like super dope.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the weather as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, man, you got anything you want.
That's true.
You got the downtown vibe. You got the beach. You got the hills, the off road. You see the surfing. You get a lot of culture. So this is good.
Yeah.
I love it.
How much money did you make last year?
We made $400,000. Exactly. Yeah, $400,000.
Where did most of that come from?
Personal training. It's all personal training. I've been an entrepreneur for only 2 years.
Wow.
That's it. Like, I started DLR Fitness in 2022. That's when I decided to just go on my own and be like, take the leap of faith and go after it. But I've been in the fitness industry since 2017, and that's kind of where I learned my the game and kind of like the industry. And then I kind of hit like the roof, and I was like, man, I think it's time to go on my own. So yeah, man, since 2 years in the business.
There are so many personal trainers and coaches out there that are struggling to even make ends meet, or struggling for them to make the transition into something part-time and full-time.
Yeah.
So what have been some of the secrets of success that have allowed you to not only do this full-time, but to crush it full-time?
Dude, I think for me, the biggest one is like, there's a couple of them, right? But one of the biggest one is getting a mentor, is getting somebody that is doing better than you, that has the lifestyle that you want, that is driving the car you want, that is making the money you want to make, and that has the resources that can help you get to where you want to be, right? And I think for me, that is kind of like one of the biggest things. And also, like, one thing that I have learned as you go on the entrepreneur, journey, is like the fear. A lot of people like the fear. They have fear of failure, right? They don't want to fail, and they don't know what's out there. They don't know they're uncertain, right? There's uncertainty. So I think like the fear of not believing in who you really are and what you can do, right? That holds back a lot. And other people that want to be successful, they have a desire, they have a dream, they want to make more money, they want to change their lifestyle, they want to retire their parents, they want to leave, they want to like a lifestyle, right? They want to change their lifestyle, and they just don't know how to get there. And I think is the fear, But the first thing is get a mentor for sure.
So what's your main offer that you present to people, not to coaches, but to actual people looking to improve their fitness? What's your main kind of offer that you provide to them?
So the way we do it, bro, is everybody's different. Everybody has a different like body, right? Number one. Number two, everybody has different fitness goals, right? So we personalize fitness programs according to their needs and wants, right? Somebody wants to lose the weight. Somebody wants to tone up. Summer's coming up. So like right now, people want to, tone up, kind of, lose a little bit of inches and things like that. So when we do the offers, like right now is just personalized programs, right? And I tell people like when I'm out there, I want to work with people that are committed, people that really want to put in the work, people that really want to change, and people that really like want to do it. Because I think with lack of commitment, nothing works, right? So, it's not really about like, oh, well, free class or free weeks or free things. It's more like, who's committed? Who's ready to go? Like, who's ready to change their lifestyle? Because if you're ready, I'm ready, So it's kind of more like, personalizing the program according to their needs.
So what do you offer them? So what, like what's the package that you provide to them?
Okay. So, there's three pillars. There's three pillars in our program. Number one is personal training. So basically they get, they could choose from like 1 to 3 to unlimited personal training. And like I said before, it's according to what their goals are, what their needs are. But it's personal training. We also have an app, DLR Fitness. We have an app that we provide the workout routines, right? So like, let's say typical, we do like the most like program that we sell is our BAP program, which is 3 times a week in person and then 3 times online on the app, right? So that means that 3 times a week you come in, we teach you form, we teach you posture, you get a good workout, you're with your coach. And then the other 3 days of the week, you are having in your app, and there's a calendar, and there's every day you have a routine that you got to do, right? So when you're not with the trainer, you get it done on the app, right? So now you're training 6 times a week, 3 with the trainer, 3 on the app. We also have, we also talk about nutrition, right? We help them with nutrition. So we personalize a nutrition program so that, we burn fat, we build muscle. We also give them a grocery shopping list so that way they know exactly what they need to focus on. We talk about macros, right? How to use macros and what their macros would be like. And then our other pillar is accountability, right? So the accountability, I think that's my favorite one. We got pictures every 2 weeks, right? So every 2 weeks, all our clients got to take pictures because every 2 weeks they got to see results. If they don't see results every 2 weeks, that means that one of us is not doing our job, right? So that's one of the things. They got to weigh in every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, we do the end body. Super cool, dope machine equipment. You jump in, no socks, no shoes, obviously, and then it's your muscle mass, your body fat, and your weight, right? So every 2 weeks, you got to see those numbers going on the right direction, right? If you don't see that, well, then we're having issues, right? So, your Facebook group, our Instagram, kind of like the community, hanging around people with like mindset, right? People that are ready to put in the work, people that are committed just like they are. And then obviously they're going to have like their coach, right, at all times and support line. We have a support line 24/7. Cool. If you have any issues, concerns, ideas, comments, you shoot us a text on the support line and we're there most of the time. So, yeah, man, just all the support and, according to all their needs and they want, for sure.
What's one of the best ways that you've learned to acquire clients for your
Ooh,
coaching
that's
business?
a good secret to give them. Yeah, you're trying to give me all the secrets. This is gonna cost them, bro. I think for me, believe it or not, but 98% of our clients come from social media. Yeah, social media. I have mastered the social media like offers. Social media is the number one. We do it from all the way from like the ClickFunnels, the VSL. So all our marketing and our client acquisition, it's like, I think is probably like the strongest thing of the whole organization. We have a couple offers that we kind of give out. But social media for us is Instagram, Facebook. That's our 2 major ones. Yeah.
Are you doing a lot of, do you find a lot of your people come organically through social media, or are you doing paid social ads?
To be able to scale it like where we're at right now and that quick, definitely you want to do the paid ads. You want to make sure that you get out of, people need to know you. They need to know your program. They need to know what you have. They need to know your product, right? If they don't know you, they're not going to buy. So like the fastest people can know you, the more they're going to buy, right? So paid ads for us is kind of like our gold mine right now. You just got to like, anybody can do paid ads, but just got to dominate that sector of how to like client acquisition on the ads. You just got to know what you're doing. Yeah.
Are you local in terms of you're only dealing with people in the place that you live, or do you have something that you're working nationwide with some kind of geographic scale?
Right. So like right now, I'm really, really good local. So like we're based in downtown Phoenix right now. And we're opening up this week. Well, we're already open, but literally we're kind of like getting the ads going and everything this week in Avondale, which is like a 30-minute away from downtown. So that's going to be our second location. And yeah, local is kind of like our bread and butter, bro. Like, yeah, we're killing it on the local stuff. We are going to go nationwide. And that's exactly what we're doing right now, is just kind of like on the other side. I'm also cooking that with Mike, because Mike, Mike, he's more global, he's more nationwide. So yeah, so we're cooking that side of the business as well.
Let's talk about Mike. So people don't know who
Right.
Mike is. Well, if you watch the show, you know who Mike is because he was on the show a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But Mike Barron, he has a program or system that he calls Section 8 to 8 figures, where basically, he talks about, closing deals and about, marketing and sales and stuff. So how did you get mixed up with someone like Mike Barron?
Mike Barron. Yeah. So, bro, quick little story. I try to keep it really simple, but back in 2018, 2019, I had another business partner, but he was kind of like more like the owner of the personal training company that we were running, and there was a need of me, like I wanted to learn more about like marketing and like how to like attract my clients and all that stuff. I wanted to learn more about like ads, paid ads, and the click funnels and all that stuff. And I saw Mike on Instagram, and at that time back in 2019, Mike was not dealing with like he was not doing the closing. He was helping fit pros. Mm-hmm. He was helping personal trainers how to like close deals and like how to get clients and ads. So he had an ad agency. And so I hit him up. He went down to Phoenix for a conference, and I followed him, and then like he was just on the story. He's like, "Oh, yo, anybody in Phoenix want to tap in, whatever, da 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 da." I tapped in, and we were supposed to get together that one time. And he ended up like flying back over here, and I ended up buying his like, I think it was like $2,500 product for ads, and never like got to meet him or like talking to him. I just bought the program, and I started learning how to like do the ads, and it worked for me. It worked. Like I was like, oh crap! Like now I know how to do ads. Like I don't need an ad agency. I don't need anybody else. Like I can do it on my own. I started learning about like click funnels and how to do the funnels and how to like connect them with each other and all that stuff. And that's how I started learning about ads. And then boom, and then that started booming in my business. And then I started getting the clients. And then 2022, I left that gig, right? That deal. And I started my own deal, right? And as soon as I knew, like, I was like, I need to plug into the source. Like, I need somebody. And from 2019, 2022, I saw Mike's growth big time. So I knew right away. I was like, dude, if I'm gonna do my own company and I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, I need a mentor. I'm gonna go with Mike. And so, bro, Mike has been a blessing for my life. Like he knows this, but I thank him a lot every day, because he has made me like a different man, a businessman, not just in business, but also in life, man. Like that guy has definitely changed me.
So make sure I get this straight.
Yeah.
You started off as a fit pro, right? You wanted to grow your fitness business, wanted to get more clients, wanted to have more influence there. Mm-hmm. So you saw Mike, and he was, had an ad agency where he wanted to bring on other coaches and teach them how they can make more money. Mm-hmm. And so you signed on to that.
Yeah.
And then eventually you decided that you could, since you know how to do this, you were able to scale your business. Now you want to teach other fitness professionals, how they can scale their businesses. Is that kind of right?
Yeah. So, well, I was a personal trainer, right? And the deal that I was in, the owner was like, guys, if you guys bring your own people, I give you guys 50% of the commission. Like, you bring 5 people, we close the deal on personal training, you guys take 50%, I'll take 50.
Interesting.
So I was like, dude, I need to know how to do ads. Because if I do ads, I can bring 40 people and I get a fat check. I get, so I was like, dude, I need to learn how to do ads. But the owner said, no, I'm not going to teach you guys marketing. Like, you guys got to get your own. So that's when I approached to Mike, and that's when I was like, okay, I need to learn how to do ads, right? Because if I want a big paycheck, right, I was still working under somebody, right? But my goal was to have a big paycheck, right? So when I started doing that, right, I brought in probably like 40 people. We call it personals, right? So I started bringing personals in, right? And so I would close the deals, right? And then I had put 40 people under me that they were paying recurrent every 2 weeks. So now I was making at least like 12 G's a month. And I didn't even have to train those people because there was more trainers in the company, right? And I was kind of like the leader of that company because I was in Avondale, and then the owner was in Scottsdale, so it's like 40 minutes away from each city, and I was running that gym. So like there was like 4 trainers under me, right? So I would bring all these people in, and those trainers would train my people, right? And I would close deals. I knew how to do everything. When I was working on that deal, I learned how to like train people. I also did bodybuilding shows. I did 4 bodybuilding shows, right? And that's how I got into the fitness industry. I transformed my life. I was in depression, anxiety, all that stuff. I was a correctional officer. I played soccer my whole entire life. So I was really skinny guy. I was a really, really skinny guy. And I went to a big relationship and heartbroken. And that's what motivated me to get into the gym and get into like bodybuilding. And I fell in love with my transformation. And when I fell from being a skinny, didn't know nothing about fitness, to being in the podium and the stage and winning trophies and hundreds of people cheering, I fell in love with that feeling. And I was like, dude, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Right? So I fell in love with that. And that's how I got into the fitness industry. And then after that, I fell in love with the entrepreneurship, like how it worked, right? How to like bring more people in, how to coach people, but at the same time, get a reward from it, right? And so when I was working under somebody else, when I was working on that gig, on that deal, it got to a point to where I knew how to do everything. Like I knew how to train people. I knew how to sell. I knew how to set appointments. I knew the administrative side of things. So for me, I was like, what makes sense is just start doing my own thing. Like I already know everything. Might as well just start doing my own thing. So when I decided to do that, that's when I was like, dude, Mike was already buying Lambos. I was like, dude, I need this guy in my corner so that he can teach me how to scale this business, right? Because I already knew about mentorship. Because the guy that I was working with, my business partners at that time, he had a mentor. And when he got the mentor, that's when we grew up. Because he was giving me all that information because he got a mentor. So I knew right away, I was like, dude, if I decide to open my own business, my own personal training company under my name, I'm going to need a mentor so that I can scale this thing. And that's when I got to Mike Barron in the beginning of 2022.
So now a lot of your income comes from teaching other coaches how to be successful, right?
Most of my income comes from the personal training company, teaching other people how to work out.
But you aren't going through and like, are you in the gym with these people?
No.
Okay.
So I'm the owner of the company now. So what I did was, now instead of being a coach and being a personal trainer, now I'm a business owner, right? So now I put all the systems, the processes. So like right now we're here sitting down, and right now we probably at like $4,000 already for the day today. Like my guy made like $2,500 like this morning.
Your salespeople?
My salespeople. So I got people that are setting appointments. I got people that are closing the deals. I got people that are like amazing trainers that are training the clients. I got people that are doing the administrative work. So all I'm doing is just being a leader and making sure that policy is being followed, planning where are we going, right? And then, promoting the business, right? And then making sure that things get done. So that's all I do. And that is kind of like what we call stage 2, right? Stage 1 is when the business owner, the CEO, the creator does most of the job, bro. I'm training people. I'm calling people. I'm closing deals. I'm doing most of the job. And stage two is when you do policy, promoting, planning, and you make sure that things get done. So you're just barely behind the curtains. You're just making sure that, you know, your team is getting things done, and you're able to travel. You're able to have freedom. You're able to do whatever you want to do.
What's the next stage?
Teaching other trainers how to do what I like, being in this position that I'm at right now. I want to teach other trainers that are working freaking 10 hours, 12 hours in the gym. They're training people from 5 in the morning all the way to 7 p.m., right? And they're training time for money. You know, there's only a certain amount of people you can train, right? If you're a solo entrepreneur, if you're a personal trainer and you're at a gym, there's only so many people you can train. There's only probably, you're capped at like, depending on your like model, right? If you're doing one-on-ones, you better be charging high ticket, right? But if you're doing like small group training, you know, you're probably going to be capped at like 30, 40 clients, right? There's no more, right? And there's only a certain lifestyle that you can live like that.
Yeah, you're
right?
busy every day in the gym.
Exactly. You know, you're probably training 6 days a week. You're only, you know, having 1 day of resting, and like, you know, you're burning out. Like you really can't enjoy your time. So I want to teach other personal trainers how to scale their business, how to put systems and processes and people to, you know, teach them how to do ads, and teach them how to, like, you know, do the sales and how to put a team together, right? Policy, SOPs, hats, like, you know, hire trainers that can train their clients. So basically, in a nutshell, I want to teach personal trainers how to become business owners. That's where we're going right now.
So there's a lot to being a business owner from a personal trainer. And what's one kind of teaser or tidbit that you can give to a personal trainer that may, you know, get them interested in learning more? Like, can you give them some like amazing value right now, something that they should do, and then they could be interested in learning more about you?
Yeah, for sure. I can give them definitely a lot of value. I feel like one thing is definitely, I think that the most important part is online presence. So your online presence, make sure that your online presence is on point, right? And you're consistent with your content. I think like that is the most thing, like when it comes down to like personal training. It's like get your content. You at least have to be posting like twice a day. Like you cannot miss that, right? And the things that you want to be posting is you want to post your workouts, you want to post something about nutrition, or you want to post something about like inspiring people, right? For example, like right now in my stories, I don't miss, right? Like I'm at day 23 right now doing burpees in the morning, right? And I'm in a challenge with myself, but I don't do it for myself. I do it so that I can inspire other people and do it with me. So that is one thing. Your online presence. If you're not posting, if you're not being out there, people are not gonna know you. You're not gonna make any noise, and you're not gonna be able to sell, right? So that is one thing that I can tell them is like online presence, and it's just like there's you know, there's a lot of things that I can definitely say. You know, get a mentor. I mean, get a mentor. Like, definitely get a mentor. Like, mentor is what changed my life, and that is what's going to change your life. You know, one thing that I know is that the secret of success is getting the right information and applying the right information. You know, like taking action, right? Because if you don't do it, nothing really matters.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What's one of the biggest value adds that somebody can give to their clients in order to charge more for their services?
I think for me is just making sure like that you're clear on like, I feel like you really got to care about the people that you're training. You know, I think like the most important part, I feel like a lot of trainers, they focus on like the end goal, which is like the money, right? A lot of people just focus on money and like, how can I make more money? And they lack on the delivery, right? So I feel like if you really want to charge big bucks and you really want to make the money, care about the person. You know, like really when you're training, teach them like posture and form, really like see what are their needs and wants, ask them the right questions. After that, like really get into the nutrition, like what are the things that they are not doing and what are the things that are doing and what are things that have worked for them and that haven't worked for them. And so really analyze the situation of the client, of where they're at and where they want to go. Okay, because you need to be that path, you need to be that tool that they're going to take them from point A to point B. And I feel like that's where the value comes in, is like, you know, what would you rather spend 50K on a heart attack or, you know, 20 grand on me on changing your life. Right. So it's just like, you know, that, but you got to bring that value. Right. So like the people got to see that value in you, because they're not going to pay that if they don't see the value. Right. So I feel like you really got to care about people. Yeah. That is the major one.
What's one of the biggest ways that you can help people understand the value that you bring? Like, how do you show them that you're different? How can you convince them that basically, what are some of the things that help you kind of close these deals for some of the bigger clients?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of personal trainers, for example, is fact finding. Okay, and fact finding, what I mean, I go really deep on like. I go really deep, and that's where kind of like my life coaching goes on, because I'm not just like a physical coach. Like, I do want you to lose 20 pounds if that's what your goal is, but I focus more like on mind, body, and spirit, right? And I think that's where the value comes in, right? A lot of trainers, like, they just focus on the body, right? Okay, let's just lose the 10 pounds, or let's just see like your percent body fat and everything. But I feel like if you don't train their mind, if you don't train their head, like their brain, their mindset, more than anything, it's going to be so hard for them to achieve the ultimate goal. Yeah. Because it's a belief that they don't have, right? So sales is all about breaking limited beliefs. Okay. So sales is, they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in the program, or then don't believe on the outside things that they can't control. Yeah. Right. They either don't believe they can achieve the goal. Like, I cannot lose 40 pounds. Oh my God. I don't think I'm able to do that. That's a lot. Right. I don't believe somebody can teach me how to do that. I don't believe in the program. Right. And it's just like, well, the news says this, well, the economy is bad, or like there's something that they can't control, that they like rely on that. So your goal is just to go really deep on the person and like really be like, okay, Amanda, like, okay, what are your goals? Okay, I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to look better. I want to feel better. Okay, what are the challenges that you have faced? What are some of the things that you have, like barriers that you have faced that you're not there yet? Well, time, this and that. You know, I work too much. I have 3 kids and I don't have the time. So when were you planning to work out? Oh, I can do it after work. Okay, nice. Okay, so you can do it after work. So we got that. So Amanda, tell me now, why do you want to do this? Why is this important for you? Why losing 40 pounds, getting toned up for summer, and feel better about yourself? Why is that important for you? You're not going to believe me, bro, but probably 3 out of 10 people, when I ask that question, they start crying. They're like, because you making them think, why do you want to do this? Amanda, why do you want to do this? Like, why is this important for you? It's because my husband, and it goes and
digging
just,
up all that
boom,
stuff.
Exactly, you're digging in. So now, right? And I'm like, okay, they're giving you everything now, right? And I'm like, okay, Amanda, okay, I get it, I understand. In what areas of your life you feel like you being overweight is affecting you? What areas of your life are being affected by the way you look or your situation? Well, my marriage, my social life. I don't wear the clothes I want to wear. I'm depressed. So like, imagine all these things that you're making them already realize, right? That now you're like, they're trying to find a solution. Now they're like, okay, you got me in this roller coaster of emotions, right? So like, okay, I got you. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to give you this. And typically this is what I do, but because I like you and, you know, I want to change your life, I'm going to do it for this. it's just kind of like they're handing you their credit card, bro. It's like and it's just like not. I'm gonna say like it's easy to close those deals, but at the same time, it's just like it's not that it's easy. It's just that you're doing your job correctly. Is that you're really caring about these people and you're really asking the right people the right questions. So what I'm trying to say is like if you really want to make money, if you really want to get rewarded, you got to provide a service. You got to change people's lives. Like if you really want to make money, that's the only way. Like that's one of the ways. That's the only way. Is needs to be a service or a product, an exchange. So yeah.
Before last year, you made around 400K.
Yeah.
Is that gross or net?
That's gonna be net.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what about the year before that? So, on learn about your growth.
270.
Okay. So the significant difference. It wasn't like a huge jump. I mean, that's 50% more or something like that. But what has changed as you've moved up the income scale? Like, how has your life changed? How have people around you changed?
Yeah, amazing, bro.
I'm sure you grew up with tons of money, right?
No, definitely not. Definitely not, man. Definitely not. If you guys go in my social media, I've been putting out a little bit more of my story. I'm the youngest of 7. Okay, I'm the youngest of an old generation. My mom had me when she was 43, and my dad was 46, and all my brothers and sisters, they're they're around their 50s now. I'm 35, right? So I had one pair of shoes for the whole year, for the whole school year. Like I said before, age of 11, my mom passed away. Age of 13, my dad brought me here to Arizona, and basically, like, he didn't leave me, but my sister took care of me. He went back to Mexico. So, in other words, I grew up with no parents. Right, my sister raised me, and I kind of went and figured out on my own too, and my lifestyle like changed. A lot of people doubted me. Right, I didn't like school. I was a mess in school, man. I didn't care about classes. Didn't care about going to school. You name it. In my 20s, alcohol, weed. You name it. Even my family, they thought that I was not going to be somebody, that I was not going to be as successful as I am now, and so sometimes, like, I was telling my wife been in a little journey with me, right? She's been through thick and thin, and not too long ago, bro, like 2 years ago, we live in Scottsdale right now. And Scottsdale is kind of like where all the wealthy people are at, right? And there are these like luxurious apartments. And I used to pass by there every single time I used to pass by there. And I literally will like pull over for a little bit, for like 5 seconds. And I would just look at the building and I was like, dude, it would be like a dream to be in there, right? Because the owner of the deal that I was in before starting my own business, he used to live in that building and in those apartments. So I knew like the amenities, and I knew like the pool, and like, crazy. It's like you're in a resort, like you're living in a resort. And even 2 years ago, I would pass and I would be like, babe, I was like, one day we're going to live there. One day we're going to live there. And literally last year in June, we signed our lease.
Hell yeah.
In that apartment.
Congrats, man.
Yeah. And it's just been crazy. Like, I've been like, my family's just like, oh, when can we go to your spot? Where can we go to your place? Yeah, we have a little Olympic pool in the rooftop. Like, the views are amazing. Dude, like, it has changed like so much, bro. Like, I'm sometimes, neither you're asking me this question, like, bro, like sometimes I forget about it, like, to be honest, because I'm hungry. I want more, but like sometimes I forget like how far I have come, and but yeah, bro, a lot of people have definitely have stopped talking to me, and some have started talking to me. So yeah, it definitely has changed, bro. Big time. So really grateful about that for sure. Yeah.
What about growing on social media? So I understand you have Facebook ads to help, paid ads to kind of help scale your business. But how do you get more followers and get more engagement and kind of get more influence on your organic and personal brand? Like how are you growing your personal brand through social media?
Bro, I feel like one of the biggest things for me is like one thing I learned is that one of the biggest fears for people is scare of criticism, right? And a lot of people like they have that fear of like, man, what are people are gonna say like if I post this or if I post that? And one thing that I have changed is like I keep it real. Like I say whatever I gotta say, and I don't care who likes it, who doesn't like it, and one of the biggest things is creating a habit. I think that's what it is for me. Is creating a habit of being out there and posting every single day, right? Some people might not understand it, but one thing that I learned, bro, not too long ago, is having like indefinite purpose, right? And I feel like once you have your indefinite purpose in life, that is really gonna like drive everything around you, like even in your social media, right? So like, there's not one day that I don't post in my story or in my like in my Instagram. Like, there's a lot of consistency because my purpose is to help those people that are trapped in the matrix, that they want to feel better about themselves, that they want to do better in life, that they want to change their lifestyle, that they want to change their health, that they want to change their happiness, that they want to change as a person. So that is my purpose. And so since that's my purpose, anything I think, anything I speak, or anything I do, it needs to contribute towards that. So if I know that my purpose is to do that for people, I have to be present in social media because all eyes are in social media now. So yeah.
Who are you watching on social media these days? Like, who is really like? Do you find some people that you just love watching? People, you're getting a lot of value from them. Who are you watching?
Yeah. That's a great question. Obviously, I keep up with Mike, right? And right now, I'm looking at really closely. I'm looking at one guy. His name is Yados. Okay, I don't know if I've heard of him before. He's in Miami. Yados and also Wes Watson. Okay, so Yados is he's one of the guys that was with Wes and Wes Watson. I think he's from San Diego too. Wes Watson. I don't know if you. Yeah. You know who I'm talking about?
I know Wes Watson. I know he's big on ClickFunnels. I know he's like a big social media guy.
Yeah.
If you know him, get him on the show.
Yeah, right. We get him in here. Wes Watson, he's in Miami, but he also has a house here in San Diego, and he's also a big coach, and I'm getting a lot of game from them. I'm learning a lot from them. A lot of self-development. These guys are doing big numbers, man. Big numbers, Yados is from Spain. This guy came from nothing too, and he's in the fitness industry and more like in the coaching, online coaching, and he's killing it, bro. He's killing it. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of value from them. A lot of the things that I have learned in the past 2 months, I'm learning from Yados. I got the opportunity to go to Miami and be at his mansion, $20 million mansion in Miami. He has like 5 Lamborghinis and like 3 Rolls Royce, and like, dude, this guy is crazy. But it's a crazy alignment that they have, man. Like, yeah, it's just nuts, bro.
How do you think they become so successful? Like, what do you think contributes to their success? How can someone like you and I kind of imitate their success or replicate it?
Bro, I'm a be brave enough. I'm gonna be brave enough to tell you. But I would definitely will be a multimillionaire, and I think I cracked the code. I think I cracked the code, but all we need is patience. And I think what we need to do, and I know what we need to do, and I know what I need to do, is just full alignment. I'm gonna tell you like that. These guys has their success, and they're making so much money, bro, because they're fully alignment. And what I told you before is like the indefinite purpose. Is like, what is your purpose in life? Like, what do you want to do? If you don't have a purpose in life, You're like in the freeway, like a plastic bag. There's no direction. There's no motivation. There's there's nothing you're going towards, right? You wake up every day and you don't know what you're doing if there's no purpose behind it. So for example, for me, my purpose in life is have happiness, abundance, and health, right? So if I want to be healthy for the rest of my life, I'm not going to fucking smoke like anything. I'm not going to fucking drink alcohol. I'm not going to do nothing that is not contributing towards my health. I'm not going to fucking do that because that is not going to contribute towards my health, right? If I want abundance in my life, right, I'm not going to do nothing that is going to take abundance away from me, right? So everything I think, everything I speak, and all the actions that I'm going to make, they got to contribute towards my health, towards my abundance, and towards my happiness. If there's any negativity in my life, if there's any negativity around me, I'm going to cut them off. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Even if you're my family member, you're out because that is not my purpose in life. My purpose in life is to be happy. And I feel, bro, that is the hardest part to do is be able to be in alignment and to be disciplined with yourself to be able to live your purpose. Because there's so many distractions in the world, bro, like drinking, alcohol, all the negativity it's around us at all times that is so hard to not be tempted by the devil, not tempted to be able by temptation, and it's so hard to stay in alignment, right? And I feel like these guys have created so much success because they don't miss one day. They don't miss, like they stay on their freaking lane. And it's like, oh, let me just take a little shot, or like, oh, let me just, smoke this little weed, or, let me just cheat on my wife no, it's fully alignment. This is what I do. And this is what I want to do. And this is what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. Right. And so I read in one book that I'm reading right now. He's like, the way you're going to be able to create wealth in your life is by providing a service to the world and get reward from it. So like depending on the service that you give to the world, that's the reward you're going to get from it. And I think that's just a law. Mm-hmm. That's just a natural law in the universe, like gravity. So yeah, bro, I think alignment is the secret.
Yeah. That makes total sense, especially when you see somebody that's crushing it online or in business. They do have total alignment, like, whatever that is. So whether you're in a business, like a cleaning business, I know people that are in the cleaning business. Another one of Mike's students came on talking about his Airbnb business, and then, everything he posts and that kind of becomes his online persona. But it can be hard also to be in alignment when you don't know where you want to go.
Right, which is the indefinite purpose, right? Mm-hmm. The indefinite purpose. So that's why the purpose, that needs to be clear, bro. I think that is the number one thing that you need to do is what's your purpose? Like, why are you waking up every single day towards? Like, where are you going? Yeah. Or like, where are you going every day? So like, if you don't find indefinite purpose, then you don't create the habits that you need to create to get what you want, mm-hmm. right? Because, bro, there's another thing that it's called hypnotic rhythm, right? And hypnotic rhythm is like a whirlpool, and you're like a piece of trash in the whirlpool. Like, it's just you stay there, right, until you get in the hole and then you're gone, right? But hypnotic rhythm is the repetition of actions that create habits. And you can use that to destroy yourself, or you can use that to better yourself, mm-hmm. right? So like people that don't know what they want, there's no direction, there's no motivation, there's no urgency, there's no it's so easy for them to drift right out of the path. So I feel like the first thing that people need to do if they really want to change their health, if they want to change their lifestyle, if they want that desire, right? Because anybody, we can go and ask them like, hey, what do you want? People want something all the time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you go out there, you ask 10 people, they're going to tell you what they want. What do you want? oh, I want a big house, and I want to drive a Lamborghini, and I want a hot wife, and I want to retire my parents, and everybody wants something, right? But there's only a few people that they have the desire, that they have the discipline, the ambition, the discipline to do it, right? So when you have the desire, when you have that dream, right, that's your purpose. That could be your purpose. Okay, if you want a big house and you want to become a multimillionaire and you want money and you want financial freedom and you want to change your lifestyle and you want to live in a beautiful apartment, okay, that's what you want. Okay, that's your target. Okay, now what do you need to do? Now reverse engineer. What are the steps that you need to do? What are the way you need to think? And what are the actions that you need to take to get there? Right? If something that you're doing every single day that it's not contributing towards that purpose, you need to stop doing it. What, like, if not, then you're not sold on your dream. You're not sold on your purpose, right? So, like, for example, like, back to what I was saying, right? Is like, if my purpose in life is to be healthy, why the fuck do I gotta go drink? Why do I gotta go and smoke weed? Why do I gotta do drugs or party or none of that? That's not healthy.
Right.
So, like, that's not my purpose. So that I don't do it, you know. But I haven't been like that. You know, I just learned that like two years ago. Not even learning it, but it clicked in my head. I'm like, dude, Miguel, what game are you playing? You know, like, and so I think for me that's been a big change, bro. And it's been a big change. I'm telling you that because it has been a big change in my financial aspect too. You know, this year we're going to do $1 million.
Hell
easy,
yeah.
Easy. We're going to, but because there's certainty now, and me is there's certainty. Back then I didn't have that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're just about out of time.
Yeah,
but
bro.
This has been a great chat.
Yeah, bro. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. Thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope we keep in touch, and I want to continue to watch your journey and watch you grow.
Yeah, for sure.
And
likewise,
we'll catch up with you maybe next year, and then we'll see, like, you know, how far you've come and all the changes and all the different new growth challenges you had to go through in the following year. Yeah,
and I hope too. I want to say that I will probably come to your program and I'm going to see a bigger stage, a bigger fucking place in here, more cameras, more TVs.
More audiences, more watchers, more eyeballs, more attention, all that kind of stuff.
Dude, if that's your purpose, just go after it, man.
Just
go after it, bro.
Thank you very much.
All right, brother.
All right.
Next
time, subscribe, and we'll catch you with the next great guest. Thank you for watching.